Well, there you go.
Good evening. Welcome to Trivia What Do You Know? My name is Phil Goddard. I'm a past contestant. Been out there in audience land like all of you, trying to get through on the phones and the endless busy signals and the chirping fax machine and pressing the redial button endlessly to try to get on. And so I've had the pleasure tonight of co-hosting the show with someone who's been behind the camera, behind the scenes, and a lot of TV production on this station. And she's making her debut on this side of the camera tonight, Leslie Milstead.
One and only appearance. Don't call it a debut.
Oh, we don't know. This could be a new venture for you.
This could be a disaster, is what it could be.
So you're venturing onto the other side to see what it's like under the glare of the spotlight here.
It feels like I have gone to the other side.
And you brought the moonshine
I brought
to calm your nerves.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us, for everybody, where our normal hosts are?
Skip and Pauline are hosting, no, not Diane, thank you. Skip and Pauline are hosting a Taste of Italy tonight. They're doing a fundraiser for Council on Aging.
Excellent.
So, yeah, they'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that's down at the Eagles Nest, or whatever they call it, down at Buzzards Bay.
Which is probably where all of our viewers tonight are as well.
Either there or the chart room, which is opened for the season.
Right, in which case they're probably in no shape to answer any questions
Well,
by
we were
now.
speculating whether if they're having on the TV down at the bar, if they'd be screaming the answers out and trying to call in, maybe we'll get some audience members who are down there in a group calling in and from the bar down at Chartway. If you're down there, hello everybody.
Hi everybody. Okay.
So we're going to try to get through this best we can. If we trip up a little bit, forgive us. We're not the normal hosts on this, but we've got a nice grid that should make it very perfect to track names and numbers of correct answers. So.
And if it doesn't, we'll make it up.
You're not a Virgo, are you?
I'm not a Virgo.
See, I'm the
Are
Virgo. I would have been doing that, but.
I'm the Aries. I have to be in control of
Oh,
that.
okay.
So
All right.
I might have let you do it, but I would have changed it.
Well, you can
so.
write the names and track the scores because my handwriting's awful.
Okay, that sounds good to me. So, Superstar trophies.
Yes, I've got them in my office at the
In your
landfill.
office.
Yes, I have nowhere else to put them, so I scolded Mr. Kingsbury for not showing up for the. He misunderstood what the night that we were having our big showdown.
Is that what he said?
Right. So I've got the trophy, and now I'm officially retired.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't
Just
know that.
want to spread the wealth around a little bit, because it was a lot of fun coming on the show last time and doing the showdown and doing the rapid fire at the end. So we hope that there's others out there that really enjoy the show, which I know there are, and we have another showdown at some point. I'm sure they're going to have another one.
Yeah, maybe you can come and help host that.
I'd love to.
How many trophies do you have now?
I have 3.
3. So it's not weightlifting. It's weightlifting and you balance one on your nose or.
Yes, and they've gotten a little taller each time, and it's been a lot of fun. And I think they do a great job with the show. And we have some prizes tonight that we hope to give away. We will be giving away.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what we have?
We have this lovely herb garden in the basket, and we also have I think $25 gift certificate to Chili's. So
Excellent.
2 prizes, 1 winner.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Well, the number to call in, to remind everybody, is 508-759-6763, which I've memorized over the years. Put it on your speed dial, dial in, and should I give away one of my secrets, how I want to,
Okay, go on.
All right. A little trick. You can try dialing before I finish asking the question.
Oh, now the phone lines will be totally blocked.
So that's how I got ahead a few times. And funny story, a couple of times I would get in and I didn't know, had no idea what the question was going to be, and I just guessed.
Because you're just that good.
But I had to get in, and I totally guessed. Sometimes I was wrong, but sometimes I get it right. And that's part of the game, though, is speed dialing skills.
That's right. And it really helps if you have the answers.
That would be good, too.
Okay, so we have a few announcements to make. Let's see. There's going to be a garden and house tour called Down to Earth Gardens in Buzzards Bay and Borndale on August 12th from 10 to 3. The tickets will be on sale pretty soon, and it's hosted by the Buzzards Bay Beautification Group.
Excellent. And we also have Peebles Old Fashioned Carnival on May 31st coming up.
Yeah, I had an email on that. That sounds really fun. They're going to be outside with all kinds of old-fashioned games, the three-legged race, and all of that stuff. It sounds like a great
like the boardwalk
event.
with throwing balls at milk cartons or milk bottles, things like that.
I think they were looking for maybe a local access coordinator to come and be in one of those dunk tanks.
Ah.
Or maybe just somebody to have things thrown at them. Somebody that we know.
Some teachers will be volunteering for that.
Maybe. Also, the last day for entries for floats for the 4th of July parade, which is on the 4th of July, is June 1st. So if you have an idea for a float, send your entry in.
A lot of good ones last year. Live bands. That was a great parade.
I think, am I right? Are they still looking for maybe some flatbed trucks and also volunteers to come and help with traffic control, people control, just safety, and just helping the event run smoothly. So they can contact the Carreras, Joe and Joanne. Born on the 4th of July. 4.org. Okay. So you can Google that, I suppose, maybe at this point, because there's a website. So, and the last announcement?
There's an open house at the new Borndale Elementary School on Flag Day, June 14th. That's a little bit of trivia for you. Did you know that?
That was a little bit of trivia. That was so
and
unexpected.
It's open to all. So there's been a lot. I've read an article in the paper that people were going up there before the site was finished. And
really?
The school committee was begging, please don't go up. We know that you're anxious to see the new school. This is your chance to go at a sanctioned event. So you don't get hurt on a construction site. And I work at a construction site every day. And I know it can be a dangerous place. So wait until the 14th, and you'll have a lot of fun. Speaking of where I work down the landfill, those of you that know me from my other show know that I work at the town landfill. People have been calling incessantly about compost bins. So let me just tell you that we did not get a grant from DEP where we normally get our shipment of 40 or so compost bins, but we're going to buy some. We'll have them hopefully next month for sale for $20.
$20? That's a good price. That's very good.
And those of you that have already ordered Rain Barrel, they'll be there Saturday at the landfill, the recycling center.
Very good.
So it was a brief window for the Rain Barrels. I'm sorry, but they were still discounted, and they're available for pickup Saturday. If you can't make it, we'll hang on to them. You can pick them up later on.
Very good.
So
Okay.
You want to get going on this?
I guess so.
So
we started now.
We started. We're into this.
Okay.
So you have the first. You have the first trivia question.
I have the first question. Okay. I didn't know this too either. So, this early TV series was the first primetime animated series. It coined the phrase "Yabba Dabba Doo." What is it?
This is sort of the entry level to get us going.
This is get your feet wet kind of a. Oh, there you go. I'll get my pen ready.
All right, so I have to hit this button.
I think it's that one.
Hello, what do you know?
Is it the Flintstones?
It is the Flintstones. Who is this, please?
You should know my voice by now, Dickie Boy.
We know. It's Russ, isn't it?
All right,
Good
Russ.
job.
Good job. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. All right. Phone's working. It's great. We're not getting a busy signal.
Not yet.
Just a reminder, we've had this in the past, that if you're trying to get through and you can't get through, please hang up your phone, or if you do get through, hang up afterwards so we don't get a busy signal for the other folks.
And mute your television if it's on so we don't get that horrible feedback sound. Please. There you go.
And I believe the Flintstones, by the way, was modeled after the Honeymooners. I've heard of that one, so a little bit of trivia. All right, Pinto. A Pinto named Scout played second fiddle to a famous white stallion on this TV show. A Pinto named Scout played second fiddle to a famous white stallion on this TV show. Name this show.
I think we have a typo in our answer here. There we go.
Hello, what do you know?
Is it the show The Lone Ranger?
That's right, Russ.
Hey.
You're on a roll. Thank you.
Welcome.
2 for 2. I'm obsessed with taking the cap off and putting the cap on. I will stop being quite so nervous in about 58 minutes. Okay, number 3. Death Valley Days was hosted by what future U.S. president? That is really easy. That is really, really easy. Or maybe, future is future.
Probably not Abraham Lincoln.
I'm thinking you're right on that.
Probably not.
I saw something last night where, oh, there you go.
Hello, what do you know?
Hi, is it Reagan?
Yes.
It is Ronald Reagan, correct. Who's this, please?
This is Laureen.
Laureen, excellent, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've got 2 players up on the board with points. Excellent.
You really think that my writing would have been better than yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Good. All right.
All right, another TV question. Who was the only person Fonzie allowed to call him by his proper name, and what was his proper name? This is 2 points if you get both answers.
Do you remember who played him?
Yes, I do.
And?
Henry Winkler.
He was not that long ago in Sandwich.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to hear the rest of that story in a minute. Hello, what do you know?
Hello.
Hi.
It's Mrs. Cunningham.
That's correct.
And what was the other name?
His name.
Oh, his name is Arthur.
Arthur. Very good.
That's worth 2 points.
2 points. Who's this, please?
Susan.
Susan. Great job.
Charging ahead. 2 points. Oh, well, charging to a tie. Very good. Yeah, he was in Sandwich. He went to, I think, the high school, and he was talking about a series of books that he's written for children with learning disabilities because he had issues himself, and so he's written a series with I can't remember the name of the character, but helping kids read and helping parents understand the stress and.
That's great.
Yeah.
I actually heard a rumor that he was going to buy the train station in Monument Beach a few years back. It's
Really?
like 5 or 6 years ago. Henry Winkler was going to buy it. And of course he didn't, but maybe that's why he was in the Sandwich area. He knows the area.
Someone's calling to tell us to keep going.
Okay. Well, we haven't asked a question yet, so let's go on to the next question. It's your question.
Who grabbed a gold record in 1975 with the tune "Someone Saved My Life Today"? I don't know this song.
Someone saved my life tonight. Da-da-da. Something like that.
Okay. Is that the phone ringing? I think so.
Is it the phone ringing?
I don't know. It's hard to
No.
tell.
What happened to the little music that used to play last show? Was that his cell phone?
No.
Give me the
I
clue.
used to do that.
You were back playing the piano behind the scenes?
in the sound room. We used to have a CD that we would put the sound up and down, but I don't know. That went by
Because
the wayside.
you're over here now and not back there.
Well, it's been about a year since we did that.
No, the last show that I was here, the big showdown, when the phone would ring, there was music.
Oh, maybe the door was open to
I don't know.
the office, because that's the way the phone rings.
We're still waiting. What's the question again?
We're waiting for who grabbed a gold record in 1975 with the tune "Someone Saved My Life Today."
All right.
That's the only one we're waiting for. Should we ask another one?
What do they usually do? Do they go on to the next question?
Sometimes,
All right,
yeah,
we'll go on to the
yeah.
next question.
Dealer's choice.
All right. What U.S. president raised the minimum wage 25 cents to $1.25 an hour?
Oh, is that what it is? It's not from 25 cents to $1.25. That's the way it's written. 'Cause
The
that
way
seemed
it's
like
written,
a huge
$1
gap.
increase.
Yeah.
What
so
U.S. president raised the minimum wage? Oh, here we go. Hello, what do you know?
Is it Elton John?
Elton John is correct. Who's this?
Margaret.
Margaret. Okay.
President Elton.
Thank you.
I almost wrote Elton. Margaret. Oh, that must have been for the song, right? Not
Yes,
the
that was
president.
that.
Right.
Shh.
You're the trivia expert.
All right.
I thought that was the phone again. Okay, so we've got one out there.
The one we're out there is what U.S. president raised the minimum wage from 25 cents to $1.25 an hour? So a whole dollar.
That's a huge increase. That's amazing.
Wow.
And we might as well go on to the next one, which is what cartoon duo hailed from Frostbite Falls, Minnesota? I loved that show. I really liked that. There were good characters in that show.
Yes, that was a classic.
Can you do any of the voices?
Hey, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
That's not bad. What about
That gives it away right there.
What about the other guy?
The
one with the hat.
I can't do that. Natasha.
No. The good guy.
The good guy.
Yeah.
You're losing me. Oh. Here I am to save the day. No, that's Mighty Mouse. I'm Dudley Do-Right.
You look a little bit like Mighty Mouse, actually.
Do I? Oh,
Just
thanks.
a little bit. It's just a
I
little-
work on, pecs. All right, we get
Caller.
a caller here. Hello, what do you know?
Yes. Yes.
I turn down your TV.
Rocky Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle's right. Who's calling, please?
Henry.
Henry, good job. Thank you.
Very good.
Just a reminder, when you call in, to turn the volume down on your TV so we don't get the feedback.
Now, if I go much lower, are you going to be able to see that? I don't know. I might start over there afterwards.
All right, so Russ and Susan are on a tie for first place right now. So we got an outstanding question, the minimum wage question.
Minimum
It's
wage,
still
we're still
out
waiting
there.
for it. That's a great, do you know They Might Be Giants, the band? They have a song called Minimum Wage.
I've heard of them, yes.
Very good song. That's the whole song.
I couldn't tell you what they sang, but I think I've heard him.
It's a one-line song. Well, and there's a bullwhip.
Ah.
So,
Well, why don't we go on to another question while
Let's do it.
waiting for my other question.
it's yours.
What small bill did the U.S. Treasury Department stop printing on August 10th, 1966, citing a lack of public demand?
Can you imagine a lack of public demand for any kind of money?
Well, how many people use the Sacagawea gold $1 coin? That was a big deal. Or the Susan B. Anthony dollar.
Well,
coin.
people get them and hoard them, don't they? They collect them.
The
as a
numismatists that you ever see those late night people screaming about the coins? They sell the coins.
Nope.
Hello, what do you know?
Is it the $2 bill?
The $2 bill is correct. Who's this?
Margaret.
Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. All right, we were talking about this a little bit before the show. I actually remember in 1976 they came out with a bicentennial commemorative $2 bill. And I don't think it went beyond that year, but it was a limited run. But I haven't seen $2 bill since then. So the official answer will go with August 10th. But I have it in my collection somewhere.
And did that on the back have the signing of the Declaration of Independence?
Yes,
Is that what it was?
yes.
Okay, I remember that.
That was that. And I have that with my little birth coin set that my brother gave me. As, a little sealed case.
I
So-
have this funny feeling that you collect a lot of different things. You'll have to tell us about that.
And mainly dust bunnies.
Join the club.
Well, we still have the question about the minimum wage.
Yeah, we still have that.
So who can remember when the minimum wage was 25 cents?
That's more than I get paid here.
So that's an enormous increase.
Yes, it is.
So you're up. Question number 9.
Okay. This is a local question-ish. The oldest public library building in the United States is in Barnstable Village on Route 6A. Can you name the library?
That I did not know. Wow.
I didn't know that.
I know the library.
You didn't know that.
Well, I know the library. I didn't know it was the oldest in the country. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
It's amazing. Hello, what do you know?
Hi. I'm going to try the answer with the wage. Was it FDR?
No, it was not. Nice try, though. Good,
Okay.
good guess. That was a good guess.
That was a good guess.
25 cents, not a lot per hour. FDR, that's a good thought. So we've got the minimum wage on out there, and we've got the oldest library.
What's minimum wage now? 7 something?
I don't know. In Massachusetts, it's at least $6. It's got to be at least $6. Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute.
Got one vote for
Actually,
$8.50?
I can tell you right now, $5.85.
No, that's got to be old.
See the poster over there?
What's the 725 I see? Employee rights.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been so long since I've made minimum wage. Actually, I was a waiter down here in the summers
Yeah.
in the 80s, and you were actually paid below minimum wage.
Right, because you were tipped.
You got tipped.
Yeah.
And they didn't tax the tips back then until the mid-'80s. They started taxing your tips. But when I first started, you could get away with it. But I only made $2 an hour. And then I worked at the Howard Johnson's, which is IHOP now.
Well, it's funny you should say IHOP because I was thinking how interesting it is that IHOP is next to iSwim, kind of.
You can IHOP on down to iSwim.
You could, and then you could have a little paddle in the rain barrel. After the rain, of course.
Oh, we got someone calling in. All right. Hello, what do you know?
Hello, is it Harry Truman?
Oh,
No, nope. Nice guess.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
a little too early on those. A little too early. You gotta go a little
You're
later.
getting warm. We're getting warm. Okay, so far we've had 2 incorrect answers for what the president, who the president was that raised the minimum wage. We had FDR and Harry Truman.
Right.
Incorrect.
Yep.
All right, so,
Little.
well, don't.
Okay. All right. I take it back.
From those 2 answers,
I won't do a skip.
so it probably wouldn't be one direction. So we'll let you deduce which direction it would be, chronologically speaking. Well, while we're waiting for someone to call, I will let you know that those of you out there that have watched me over the years on my local show, I have Kathy Zagzebski from the National Marine Life Center coming on to talk about the National Marine Life Center, all the changes that are going on there. And they have their mermaid ball again this summer. Did you go to that last year or the year before?
We had an invitation to go, but it was really short notice, and we had plans, so we didn't get to go. But I would like to go. Yeah.
It's quite
Did you go?
quite a deal. I went to the first one. I didn't go last year. I may be going to one this year. It's in August. But
So did you dress as a mermaid or
did I dress as a mermaid?
a merman?
Mermaid. That'd be pretty scary. I don't think they'd accept me in the building. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But you can wear your nautical attire to the event. Hello. What do you know?
Hello, is it the Sturgis Library?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
Great. Who's this?
Susan again.
Very good.
I'm sorry, Susan?
Oh,
Okay,
and
thank you.
Thank you.
you take the lead with that one, Susan. So good job. Shall we ask another question?
Yep. Let's. So the one we have standing is still the minimum wage one. Okay.
Yep.
All right. On the Bob Newhart show, there were a team of 3 brothers often visiting Bob. Well, this is what were their names? Well, let me just clarify something. This is not the Bob Newhart show, the original Bob Newhart show. This is the next one where he was an innkeeper in Vermont.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Okay.
So
yeah,
I don't want to confuse folks out there because there was one from the 70s where
when
he was a psychiatrist with
and
Suzanne
there's the
Plachette.
dentist and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the show we're talking about. We're
Right.
talking about the show where he was an innkeeper.
That was a brilliant show.
The one with an innkeeper?
No, the one before.
Oh, yes.
The innkeeper one I didn't see so much, but I saw the
Well, you know
earlier
how
one.
they
it
ended
repeats.
the show that we're talking about, the very last episode. Do you know why it's famous?
No.
Bob woke up and he said and Suzanne Plachette was in bed with him, and it was from his wife from the first show waking. He said, I had the strangest dream. I was running an inn in Vermont, and the whole series that we're talking about was woven into the first show as being a dream.
Wow.
All these years later. Okay. Hello. What do you know?
Hi, it was Darryl and his other brother Darryl.
Almost.
Oh, that's so close.
Almost.
I think they should get a point for that.
It wasn't Darryl?
They're
I
two
got-
right.
You got 2 out of
right.
3.
There
Try-
was 2 Darryls, and his other brother Darryl.
That would
Yeah,
be.
Daryl and Daryl, but there was someone else.
There was a 3rd brother whose name wasn't Daryl. So close. Almost. 2/3 there. Thank you.
Dwayne? Was it Dwayne?
No, sorry.
Oh, you're cruel.
I got to be fair. How many guesses are we going to give her?
Okay.
There's someone out there who knows that.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I didn't get any slack cut for me. Come on.
All right. If that's the way you feel.
Well, as the night goes on, if we we don't have any winners, maybe. Okay, we'll just give them the answers. Just the next caller.
Maybe we'll do it in reverse order, like Jeopardy, and just give the answers and get them to call in with a question.
Yeah, here's the answer. You tell us the question.
That would be good. All right, this next one is really lengthy and involved. Okay, but you should get it before I finish, I hope. This major league pitcher made his debut in the league with the Red Sox in 1984, and then he went on to play 13 consecutive years with the Red Sox. He won 7 Cy Young Awards, 2 more than any other pitcher, so he's a pitcher. In '97, he signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. There, in 2 seasons, he won the Pitcher's Triple Crown, which is league wins, ERA, and strikeouts, and another Cy Young. He was then traded to the Yankees. Boo hiss. Who is he? I added that boo hiss.
And he's denied using steroids. Vehemently.
What kind of roids does he use?
Hello, what do you know?
Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens is right. Who's this?
John.
Sean.
Sean. Okay, Sean, thanks.
All right, I'm going up here. I'm going to be bold. I'm making my own decision here.
Are you spelling it S-E-A-N or
I am.
S-H-A-W-N?
I'm doing an E-A-N. I like it that way.
So if that's
not
the
way you
Irish way,
spend it-
right? Isn't that how they spell it in
Yeah.
Ireland?
If that's not the way you spell it, Sean, I think you should change because that's really the best way. Right? Right?
I would say
Look,
sure. Absolutely.
Right,
That's
yes,
an
right.
Irish name, so let's spell it the way they would spell it in Ireland.
That's right.
Okay?
Okay, Vladimir.
How'd you know my middle name?
Haha.
All right. Sean needs a point.
Sean needs a point.
You put the name up, but you didn't give him any points.
It's my I was doing so well.
You better get with it. Or we're going to confiscate your marker.
I have 3 more.
Okay. What was Ford's biggest model mistake back in the 1950s, the late 1950s? Ford Motor Company.
Not the
Motor
Ford
car-
Modeling Agency. See, because that could go.
You're right. That's right. There could be that. But Ford Car Company, Motor Company, made a big mistake with this car in the 1950s.
Let's throw another one out now too, because we haven't asked too many questions. All right, is that all right with you?
That's fine with me.
Okay, so around 1953, GM put into production a 2-seater sports car, which is still in production today. What is that car?
Hello, what do you know?
Is it Larry, Daryl, and Daryl?
That's it. Very good. That's the Bob Newhart Show question. Who's this, please?
Margaret?
Margaret. Good job, Margaret.
Neck and neck, Susan and Margaret. I don't know if viewers at home can see this. We've got Russ at the top with 2 points, followed by Laureen with 1, Susan, and I'm not doing order, obviously, it's the way they appear. Susan with 3, Margaret with 3, Henry with 1, and Sean with 1.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of questions outstanding. 3 of them, actually. We've got the minimum wage question, which no one has gotten, and it's not Harry Truman, and it's not FDR.
Right.
That raised the minimum wage 500%. But we also have
quick math.
the Ford Motor Car Company that had a car in the 1950s. It was a complete flop in the late 50s, and it's the butt of a joke. Should I give a hint on that one?
Okay.
No hints. We're being really strict
It's
tonight.
very easy, but
Okay, all right.
Skip would give a hint. In the spirit
Okay.
of Skip, you should give a hint. Maybe.
It was Henry Ford's, a relative of Henry Ford.
Okay.
Okay? Was involved in the car and had something to do with it.
Okay.
I think that's probably sufficient of a hint. You had a car question. Why don't you repeat your car question?
Yeah, around 1953.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Hello, what do you know?
Hey, Edsel and the vet.
Hey.
Yes,
for 2.
2. Who's this?
Henry.
Henry. Okay, Henry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need to get some more questions going because we've got a 3-way tie now on 3 points each. So you want to take number 14?
Sure. How many masts do catboats have, and where is it located?
Which has brought laughter from the control room.
What did I say?
I don't know.
How many masts do catboats have? And where is it?
Not from both cameras.
Where is it located?
Oh my. Well, this just goes to
There must
show
be an
you what our
inside joke.
crew is like. No,
This
it's
is,
just.
this is why it's fun being on the other side of the camera, because you can have all these jokes going on the headsets that we can't hear. I have a catboat,
My grandfather used to build catboats.
and the smaller version's called a kitten.
Really?
Literally, made right for many years, right down here for probably 60 years by the Bigelow family on Route 28.
The kitten?
The kitten, small capo.
Bigelow kitten?
Yeah, it was called the Wenatchee Bluffs kitten,
Huh.
which is a small catboat. So this boat is just a bigger version of that.
My grandfather used to build the Crosby cat.
So I guess maybe they were laughing that the tents
Maybe.
may be giving away.
I don't think they're that sophisticated, to be
I don't
honest.
know.
I don't think they're laughing at the tents.
Okay. Hello, what do you know? Hello? Say again?
One mast on the bow.
That's right. Who's this, please?
Claire.
Claire. Very good, Claire.
Okay.
All right, we'll have to hear what the joke was after the show.
I think they're just laughing.
Okay. All right, so
Yeah, are we done yet?
now we have about another 57 minutes left.
I keep getting tangled by my microphone wire. My imaginary microphone wire here.
Well, this one's yours.
Okay. The United States has 4 commonwealths. Can you name them?
The
So how many states is that?
Commonwealth of
Okay, 4 commonwealths. How many states?
how many states?
Mr. Trivia expert.
Well, a Commonwealth is also a state.
Well, states that aren't commonwealths. Oh, you're so picky.
That would be 46.
Okay, name them.
Alabama, Arkansas.
Never mind. Go on. Go on.
Would you like them in ascending order of population or descending order? Or order which they joined, ratified the Constitution? I have no idea. I'm just seeing if you would bite on that one.
I feel like biting you. Go ahead, 16.
Well, we'll see what happens on that one. All right, number 16. What kind of car was James Dean driving when he was in that fatal accident that killed him?
Oh, that's awful.
Well, usually if it's a fatal accident, you do get killed. So it kind of, that fatal accident that he walked away from wouldn't make a lot of sense, I don't think. All right, here we go. Hello, what do you know?
Hi, it's Jimmy from Cassett.
How you doing?
Good.
What's your,
I got the Commonwealth question.
All
yeah,
right.
It's Kentucky, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Pennsylvania.
you got it, Jimmy.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes. That's an enthusiastic caller.
That's an enthusiastic caller. 3 more questions right, Jimmy, and you can be the leader.
That's awesome.
Isn't that a positive way to say that?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, absolutely. What kind of car was James Dean driving when he was in that fatal accident that also killed him?
That also killed him. And we got the, did we get
Well,
question
here's the
12?
hint.
Did we get 12? Did that come in? Yes. You wrote it down. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is a car question, so Henry has to call in for that one.
Okay. Well,
Edsel, by the
we'll
way,
see.
which he got correct, was the car in the 50s, and that was the name of the son of Henry Ford, the founder of the company. That was the hint that I was trying to give.
Edsel. Can you imagine naming a kid that?
Edsel. Never heard that name before. It had an ugly snout on the front of it. On the hood, had a big vertical radiator scoop that made it really ugly. That's why it was such a big flop. But they're
Really?
collector's items now. Oh yeah. Well, you're up. So why don't you ask a president?
Okay, so if a see, it's happened. That's it. I'm done now. Good night. If a U.S. president is impeached or dies in office,
Oh, we got a caller.
save it, let it go.
Hello. What do you know?
57 Chevy?
Is this the Jimmy Dean question?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Not a 57 Chevy. Nice try. Thank you.
Do you want to add that little trivial?
Okay, we'll add a little bit of a hint here. The car that we're looking for that James Dean was driving when he died, there were only 90 of these cars in existence at the time of his death. So that limits your world of cars. It's a rare car. 57 Chevy, it's rare now to get one, but there probably were tens of thousands of them. So there were only 90 of these cars, of this particular car at the time.
Okay, I didn't know that was so special, but okay.
If you know the car, you know that it was a special car.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I think the next question is actually yours. Oh no, I'm in the
You were in the midst
I was
of
in the
asking
middle
number
of a question.
17.
I just want to pass it on. All right, here's the question. If a U.S. president is impeached or dies in office and the vice president is put in his place, who's next in line if something should happen to him? Or her, right?
That's right.
Soon enough. Her, maybe.
Well, I'll comment on the answer in that, well, I don't want to say any more. So this is order of succession here. Hello, what do you know?
Hi, is it the Speaker of the House?
The Speaker of the House. Excellent. Who's this?
This is Maureen.
Laureen. Very good, Laureen.
The wager, is that Herbert Hoover?
Nope. Sorry, it's not Herbert Hoover. But you got the presidential succession right, though.
Thank you.
Thank you. Laureen. Okay, so
I didn't think that would be so hard. That
on the wage question, we've had Herbert Hoover, wrong, FDR, wrong, and Harry Truman, wrong.
We could do a skip, but we'll save it for later.
So pretty soon, maybe by the end of the show, we'll go through all the presidents of the 20th century before we get, and who knows. But this one, the Speaker of the House, in this case, could be the first female president because why?
Because she's a woman.
And who is it?
Oh, God, how do you do that to me?
Come on, who's the Speaker of the House?
Nancy Pelosi.
Very good.
I did know that.
And who is she?
I'm here on TV. I can't think.
Who's she famous for looking like? Remember the runaway bride? The woman that ran away from her wedding down south. Remember that?
I thought
she had that kind of deer in the headlights look.
You said
She looked just like her. In Saturday Night Live, they had her. That's pretty. All right, I'm up here.
Yes, you are.
What is the oldest college or university in the United States? Sometimes they call it a college, sometimes they call it a university.
Isn't a university made up of colleges?
That is right.
So.
And that's why I was always wondered which is it? Hello, what do you know?
Is it a Porsche Spider?
Yes, Porsche Spider. Very.
And then I think it's John Kennedy.
Yay!
Yes. You get two. Who is this?
Susan.
Susan.
All right.
Wow. Okay, Susan, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, cranking ahead with 5 points. So Susan's in the lead with 5. Margaret and Henry both have 3. Then we have Laureen and Russ on 2, and Sean, Claire, and Jimmy with 1 point each.
All right, so that Porsche Spider looked like a little bug, and it had very low to the ground, and they used him. He actually drove it on the racetrack. He could drive on the highway and then would go right to the racetrack with that car. That's why it was so special, so limited. It was a very, very fast car.
James Dean?
James Dean was
to a racetrack.
Absolutely. He would drive it to the racetrack. That's how he died. He was on his way to a race.
Oh,
He was a wild guy.
when was that? What year?
50s, probably 55, 56, something like that.
Prehistory. We call that prehistory. I don't believe that time exists,
BL.
actually.
It was BL, right?
Yeah, it was BL.
Before Leslie.
Yeah, it's BL.
You know, when I was a kid, I actually thought that the entire world was black and white until I was born. Because when I was a kid, I was born in 1964, all the TV shows that I watched, the reruns, were all in black and white.
And so were the photographs,
logically, in the photographs, logically I thought that when I was born, the world became color.
Wow.
So, how was I to know?
Have you ever spoken to anybody about this? Professionally?
It cost me a lot of money.
I'll bet.
Good evening, what do you know?
On the wages, is it Eisenhower?
No, it's not Eisenhower, but we got that already. Someone got it, and it was John F. Kennedy. But hey, do you know which is the oldest college university in the country?
Harvard.
Harvard. All right, you got that. Russ?
Good job.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a little bit difficult.
You're up in 19.
This is the way it's worded. This early cigarette company's logo or mascot was a bellboy. What was this company's name? What's the name of the cigarette company that had a bellboy as a mascot or a logo?
Now,
the
I
phone,
don't
I think.
remember actually seeing one of one of the people that sell the cigarettes. Remember, but I've seen them in the movies. The pretty young woman would wear
The box.
the little box around her shoulders and go around, cigarettes. I mean, everybody smoked in the 40s.
Was it because of the woman, you think?
Oh, I'm sure that it helped the sales. I mean, it wouldn't work so well if I went around, selling cigarettes.
I don't know. Maybe if you spouted some trivia as you went, there'd be some swooners out there.
This one only gives you cancer
let me
in this one. Yeah, you survive for 40 years before you die of lung cancer. This one is.
That would be the way you would sell
That's
cigarettes.
the way I would sell it, Live an extra 5 years. But they wore a little hat, and they would wear a very skimpy outfit and carry the little box. But a bellboy was the mascot in this cigarette box.
On this cigarette box, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a Marlboro man.
All right. Well. Maybe we have a winner here. Hello. What do you know?
Was it Bugler?
Dearborn?
Bugler.
Bugler.
Bugler. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Nope. Sorry. Was not Bugler.
Should we throw another one out there while people
Sure.
look this one up?
All right. We're up to the 20th question. There is but one U.S. state that begins with 2 vowels.
Wow.
Is H a vowel?
Not in
A-E-I-O-U-H? No?
Not in English, unfortunately.
But the H is sometimes silent. Does that count?
I don't think so.
Silent Y.
In Russian, it's an N.
M's are silent, mnemonic, Why do they put that M in there?
Just
In
so,
psychology, they got a P.
no, it's for 2nd grade, 3rd grade teachers to,
They have something to do?
No, you spelled it wrong, child. Back of the class. That kind of thing,
Where did you go to school? Is that what our Principal Reardon sounded? Judy?
I don't know.
Did you know
Is that how
any
you
teachers
did it,
that sounded like that? I had a 2nd grade teacher. She had a big, long pointer. She was a math teacher, and we'd do the multiplication tables. We got it wrong. She would smack it on the table. So scared.
I remember in 2nd grade, I got a C in handwriting, and I still remember it. It was devastating. And I practiced. I really practiced.
It sure.
Thanks.
Good evening. What do you know?
Claire's brother, George.
Say it again.
Iowa.
Iowa. Yes. And who is this?
Claire.
Claire.
Claire?
Is it Claire?
Oh, it's Claire's brother.
Claire's brother, George.
Claire's brother, George.
Okay, I guess we're.
You know what? Let's buddy them up.
We'll buddy them up.
Yeah, let's do Claire
Okay.
and George.
That's a good idea.
If that's not a problem, and if it is, call back.
That's
We'll
fine.
do the Claire George.
They're their little team there.
Team Claire George. Okay, now I've really.
Iowa is correct. Very good.
Oops, they need a point. They need a point. All right. That's interesting. That's a trivial fact you think that everybody would instantly be able to give you, because it's unique.
And I have family in Iowa. I've been there several times. It's a beautiful state, and people associate it with big cornfields and hog farms. But northern Iowa is beautiful, and there's some big lakes out there.
Really?
And up near Minnesota, 10,000 lakes.
Mm-hmm.
So my nephew is a nationally ranked Hobie Cat competitive sailor from Iowa. You would never think sailing Iowa. You would think California, Hawaii, Cape Cod. Big time Hobie Cat races out in Iowa on the lakes.
And where is the mast on that?
In the front. Okay, next question. Go.
On the top side.
You're up.
Okay. This New England state covers as many square miles as the other 5 combined. What state is this?
And we also have out there the other question.
Which was what?
You can't use that song. That's copyrighted.
Oh. Well, you can do like 5 seconds for free.
I thought we had we have a call.
Yeah.
Hello, what do you know?
Could it be Maine?
It could be, and it is.
You still waiting for the cigarette thing?
We are.
Is it Philip Morris product? Is it Lucky Strike, maybe?
No, you got it. Philip Morris. And who is
The
this?
company.
Skip.
Oh,
Skip. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Paying so I can win.
Hey, Skip. How you doing?
See, if he had said it's I skip, we could have I skip, I hop, and I swim.
And this is not Skip Barlow. This is another Skip.
That's right.
He's not calling from
Your
the spaghetti
nemesis,
dinner.
your trivial
this
nemesis.
is my nemesis. Yes.
Haha, we meet
Yes.
again.
Yes. The other trophy winner.
The other, yeah.
All right. In what Bourne village were Conestoga wagons built? In what Bourne village were Conestoga wagons built?
Ta-da. Quick one.
Hello, what do you know?
Apparently not a lot. How to dial the phone, but beyond that.
They get nervous. We scared them.
That's right. I understand the feeling. All right, let's ask another one. Oh, is that the phone again? I can't tell when it's
I
ringing.
hear these noises,
Yeah.
and I hear music every once in a while too.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I'm just hearing things.
Well, there's a band concert and chorus concert next door in the auditorium at the high school.
Maybe that's it.
That could be it. Okay, so here's another question for you to work on. Where in the town of Bourne waterways can you find the old cow? And I'm thinking if she's a smart one, she'll be next to the young bull.
Or the little calf, which is, that gives it away for the local folks. Old cow and the little calf.
Okay.
Okay, well, we've got those two out there.
Yep.
We'll put another one out there. This local question can be hard. In what Bourne village was the iron lung manufactured from 1945 to 51?
Wow.
That's very interesting.
That is very interesting.
The iron lung, wasn't that obviously for breathing, but was it related to polio or something? Or
Yes.
was polio?
Yeah.
That's what I thought in the 50s.
Was it? It's like super oxygenated space. Is that what it was?
Hello, what do you know?
Is it Pocasset?
No.
Nuts.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the Iron Works. So.
No, we've got three local questions on the table right now. One is about in what Bourne village in the town of Bourne, not Bourne village, but what town village in the town of Bourne were the Conestoga wagons built? Your question.
I gotta turn the page.
Oh, you got
Okay.
such a hassle.
I know. Where in the town of Bourne waterways can you find the old cow?
And then, where in Bourne was the iron lung made between 1945 and 1951? So a lot of local questions. These may be kind of tough.
They might be, yeah. So should we throw out one?
Well,
what's this next?
you're up.
Well, this is another local one. So
another local
let's
one.
just see. This seems a little easier. A part of the village of Buzzards Bay is named after the family who founded the Boston Globe. They founded and owned the Boston Globe. Can you name it? What is the family name?
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Boston Globe's going to be around much longer. They may be rolling over in their graves wondering, what the heck happened to my newspaper?
Do you read a newspaper every day?
Does it count if it's online?
No, not to the Boston Globe. It doesn't.
Hello, what do you know?
Iron Lung Woods Hole.
Woods Hole? No, I'm sorry. We're looking for a village in the town of Bourne.
Nuts.
Okay. Woods Hole is in Falmouth, but good try.
Is that it again?
I'm hearing that music again.
Yeah.
I'm-
See?
There it is.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'll see
can't
little
tell.
birds flying around pretty soon.
I don't know.
So we've got 4 local questions about local villages. So you really need to know your Bourne geography and history for these questions.
Or be a good guesser.
Or good. There's 8 villages, so one of them we already ruled out that it wasn't Pocasset.
What's the name of that book that you can get at the Historical Society? It's the Bourne that we often give it as a prize.
The history
The
of
History
Bourne.
of Bourne. Oh, you mean it's not like 1,001 things to know about Bourne?
Was that?
The history of Bourne, yeah.
We don't write these, folks. That was you just said that was perfect. I couldn't have written that better.
Now I use the plant. Should we tell them what's in this?
Sure. Why don't we tell them what's in it?
Let's tell them what's in here. Greek oregano, chocolate mint, and you get that one. How would you say that? Berggarten.
Berggarten sage.
Berggarten.
Got to be a German.
Mountain
Chocolate
garden.
mint.
Mountain garden.
Mint
sage.
Oreo. No, that's not in there. Okay.
No.
Now, let's have another. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Hello. What do you know?
Hey, the old cow is Little Bay and Monument Beach.
Oh, close.
Wait a minute.
It's not.
Um,
It's very close though. Waterley.
you're answering where in the town of Bourne waterways.
Oh,
So
Chester Park.
That's
waterways.
Well, no, he's right though. He's right. Cause what's the water next to Chester Park that you could swim to
Little
from?
Bay.
What? Little Bay?
Yes.
No, that's not
Monument
it.
Beach.
No.
What
What does
harbor
Chester
called?
Park and Monument Beach? What is all of that? What's that harbor called?
Finney's Harbor.
Finney's Harbor.
There you go.
All right.
Who is it? Is it
Who's this?
Henry.
Henry?
Henry. All right. Henry.
Henry. Well, Susan's still ahead with 5, but Henry's now got 4. So he's catching up. Is that the phone again?
Hey, where's Grant buried?
Underground, I hope.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb? Hello. What do you know?
Is it Bourndale?
It was.
Bourndale.
Yes, it is.
Bourndale. Which question?
24.
24.
The wagon?
Bourndale.
Oh,
which
whoops.
question? Uh-oh. Which question are you trying to answer? The wagons?
The wagon.
No, I'm sorry. It's not Bourndale. Sorry.
Can you guess another answer?
Yeah, we have another question on the table. All right.
This is really not quite as easy as it looks. Is
Okay.
it? Well, of course, you're an old hat at this, so.
All right. So we've got where in Bourne were these Conestoga wagons built?
Conestoga.
Conestoga. That's it. Conestoga. Which were used to go out west. And I believe they used them, say go west, young man. They had Conestoga wagons.
I think, they even sometimes just rode around locally.
They could. They
Pick
could.
up the groceries, go to Stop and Shop. I hop, I swim.
There you go. Sure. So that's one question, and it's not Bourndale.
It's not Bourndale.
Okay. And then we have the iron lung question.
Which might be Bourndale. Maybe.
It could be.
Could be. Might
Could be Sagamore, could be Katamet. But that question is 1945 to 1951. The iron lung was manufactured in what village? And you have one out on the table.
Oh, yes. Part of the village of Buzzards Bay is named after the family who owned and started the Boston Globe. What's that called? That should be an easier one. It's
All
a
right.
part of Buzzards Bay.
We're moving out of the local geography now into. Oh. All right. Hello. What do you know?
Hello. Was the iron lung built in Bourndale?
It was built in Bourndale.
Susan.
Susan. All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nice job, Skip. Let's just
Skip.
Number 26. Ted Williams wrote a book that is still read by students of baseball. Name this book.
Are people seriously going to know the title of the book?
Yes.
Really?
I
Is
will,
it
I
that
will tell
popular?
you that it was very influential to a major league player for the Boston Red Sox.
Really?
So that should be a big hint. Ted Williams. What's he famous for?
Writing this book and playing baseball?
Writing this book? I don't think that's what he's famous. I don't think so.
Playing baseball?
Playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yes. What team did he play for?
The Red Sox? Tell me.
Very good. Very good.
Okay,
Red Sox.
My grandmother used
Really?
to-
That's all we have left? Why don't you tell us the score?
5 minutes? Ooh, thank you, God.
Do we have a clear leader?
We do. Susan's in the lead with 6 points. And who's next? Henry with 4. Then we've got Russ with 3, Margaret with 3, Laureen with 2, Claire and George, Team Claire George with 2. Skip with 2, Jimmy with 1, and Sean with 1.
All right, well, let's see. Maybe we can have a tie here at the end. Henry, I don't know, but
I don't
we've
know.
got several questions.
We don't
phone's
want a
ringing.
tie. We don't want a tie.
Hello, what do you know?
On the back, is it Ted Williams baseball?
Hey, hey.
No.
Oh, no, it's
no,
not.
No, sorry. Okay.
I'm just getting ready with a pen. It's the...
Those used to smell so great, though, the indelible ones.
You
okay.
like them?
Back in the day, and the paste and all that sort of stuff.
Paste.
That explains a lot of my.
And mimeographed paper.
Yes,
remember?
the wet, warm
and
paper.
they'd hand it out and you...
Yes, the childhood memories.
Yep.
Leslie, you got number 27.
Okay.
Why don't you ask that one?
What show on TV did 73.7 million people tune in to watch on Sunday, February 9th, 1964? What was the show?
And because
And they did it because of a certain appearance, so...
Right. And
So if you
because
could
it was
name
before
that.
1964 in September when I was born, it was in black and white.
And because it was before I was born entirely, it was not in existence, really. This is a fake one. This is prehistory.
BL.
This is all BS, actually. It's made up. There was no time before.
Henry, call in. This is your chance. With
Susan, go for it.
3
Go for
minutes
it.
left. Susan is going to win. And that's fine. She deserves to.
You have money
But
on this game?
I do not. No. No.
Okay, all right, all right.
So we have probably how much time left? 2 minutes.
Trickling down.
So
Well, you know, we should thank the crew, most of them. Well,
wait.
just before we go off.
Hello, what do you know?
Hey,
Hey, is this Henry?
hopefully the carriage was in Comet.
No.
Right, 64 was the first Super Bowl.
No.
No. It was on the. No. Okay. You keep going. What else you got?
That's it for me.
Oh, okay.
Hard swing and a miss. That's too bad.
Well,
See,
I don't
you
know
had-
that we're gonna get.
You had your hopes so built up.
Well,
Is that the phone again? No, I don't
they're
get
faking
that.
us out in there. They're just. Well, let's do a couple reminders. It looks like Susan's the clear winner tonight. And.
Yeah. Do you want to give the answers?
I think we should give the answers.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
Quickly.
All right. So the part of Buzzards Bay.
Do we have 2 minutes? Well,
One more question.
one more question.
Throw one out.
Okay, one more question. What did the U.S. Supreme Court ban in public schools on June 25th, 1962? What did the U.S. Supreme Court ban in public schools on June 25th, 1962?
And in the meantime, we'll just say thank you.
Thank you for everybody who's called in.
Yeah.
Susan, why don't you give us a call back so we can get your address, we can mail you your prize.
Diane said that she would deliver this.
Okay,
So-
which is a gift certificate to Chili's. And a reminder that you can get tickets for the Down to Earth Gardens in Buzzards Bay
Soon.
in Borndale soon, that the Peebles Old Fashioned Carnival is on May 31st, that you should call by June 1st for the 4th of July parade.
Yeah, and also if you want to help.
And help, they
Sometime,
need
anytime before the
volunteers.
4th of July, but sooner is
and
better
then-
than later.
Not until June 14th, Flag Day, can you go to the elementary school.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Hello, what do you know?
Hi.
Hi.
This is the Ed Sullivan Show?
The Ed
Yeah.
Sullivan Show. Who's this?
This is George's brother, Jack.
Oh.
Okay, you get the whole
All right.
family calling. Thanks for playing tonight.
Thank
Okay.
you to Barbara Wales for joining us after a long absence, and Alan on camera, and Tom Buba in the booth with Judy Reardon, and of course our hairless leader.
Hairless leader.
What's his name?
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.